This video will explain A to Z how to begin and how to end a Zearn lesson, all the way from the start to the end. I'll also include resources and materials that you'll need to print out. Any personal comments or modifications I make to any add-ons, I'll leave at the very end. Okay, so first, your resources: Embark Online and Promethean Software. You'll need to Google Promethean Software Download and download this onto your school laptop. This is what you'll need to run the slides. You could choose to use PowerPoint for a different file format, which I'll get to in a moment, but this is by far the best one, the better choice. So once you have that, okay, so this is grade 5 module 1 as an example. So you go to your don't use Google Slideshow, that's not the one we're talking about. Go to Promethean Flipchart and download those. Use those. Then you have, what's next? You have, okay, the Promethean software. I said that. Embark Online. There's the website right here. Everything you need will be on this website. Let's see. Materials, things you'll need to print out. First, this is all in chronological order. First, your word problem journal. Right here. This one right here. Once you open that up, print all of these out. Every lesson should have one. Some lessons don't. If they don't, when you print them out, assuming you print double-sided, make sure you, or even single, but preferably double to save space. Just don't include a page. Every student will need a bath binder. In addition to their Zearn ringed book that they're given, that the school gives you. Get everyone a binder, trust me. And then print everyone a copy of the journal. Okay, so that's first. Second, for yourself, let's see, after every so few lessons, you'll have a topic quiz. Topic A quiz, for example, might cover lessons 1 through 5. Oh, okay, 1 through 4, because then B covers 5 and 6, and then 7 covers, let's see, the mid module. Okay, so you'll need topic quizzes. Again, in your binder, make a copy of the topic quizzes. Keep a master copy for yourself, and then the rest will be theirs. Okay, there it is. So you got topic quizzes, then you have a mid-module review. Again, same thing. There it is. Print it out, give yourself a copy, give them a copy. Then we go on to more topic quizzes, and then there is the end of module review. Same thing, right? And let's see. Okay, so that topic quizzes to 2 assessments, which I just covered. Okay, so that's your binder, all of that stuff. Now, how we start off hang on one second. I guess I'll just download it again. So let's do Smartboard. No. Promethean Software Flipchart for lesson 1. Okay. Alright. There it is. Let's go. Okay, there it is. Oh, no. I didn't. No. Okay. Close that window. So, you always tell them their objective, and I like to say it, because for observation purposes, you have them say it, and then you basically try to put it in layman's terms. Okay, fluency practice. Always fluency. For sprint, some lessons you need to print stuff out, some you don't. For the sprint, you're going to have to look into your book and say, okay, what's the sprint for today, for lesson 1? Usually it's multiplication and time test, something like that. Okay, fluency. There's more fluency. For these, I like to do, you know what? I should include this at the very end, right? Because my custom comments. Fluency, there it is. Decimal value, there it is. More. Ooh, a lot. Application problem. This is that journal I was talking about. There it is. Shoot. Okay. Concept development. This is so I just did part 1 and part 2. Oh, part 1 to fluency. Use slides, nothing to print. Depends. Exceptions. Part 2, which is out, that was the journal. Part 3, concept development. On this one, let's see. Okay, there it is. Okay, there it is. More, more, more. Problem 3. More, more, more. Problem 5. Oh, there's problem 2. I was wondering where it went. There's 4. I was wondering where it went. Problem set. Don't do this one. It's optional. Exit ticket. There it is. Oh, this is different. No, I don't think the author. No, the author did not. Okay, that's this is the checkup. Okay, so don't use the proper exit ticket from the book, obviously. And then homework. Okay. Okay, so that was the core, and I zipped right through the end. So the concept was everything you saw, and of course the exit ticket was the exit ticket, and the exemplar I'll get to in a second when I come back. When they finished all of that, this was the end, correct? All right. When they finished all of that, that's when you give them the iPads and they log on to Zearn, and they do that for half an hour, and that's it. Okay, so now that concludes the flow from A to Z, starting from the Fluency all the way to the exit ticket. So that's A to Z. Now let's get more specific here, starting at the 6.5 minute mark, all the way back to the beginning. Can't do that. Okay, all the way back at the beginning. Here's my personal notes. Fluency. Sometimes make sure if it's something you have to print out or something it's not. Depending on what it is. If there are 5 problems, go with it. Do the first 1 and 2 yourself to them. Explain what you're doing. Sort of model your thinking, and then gradually let them in and ask, do they know what's going on? And I do. It's basically I do, we do, you do. That's what it is. Always model first. And I'll get this. It'll be more explanatory once I get into the conceptual concept development. Okay, so that's that. Okay, like this one for example. I would do maybe the first 3, right? One, 10, 1. Well, that's $10 bills, 10 $1 bills. How many $10 bills would that be? That'd be $1 bill, right? That's just one. If I have 21s and I say, hey, can you give me, can you go to the bank and, hey, Mr. Teller, can I change this into tens? Well, how many tens would this kid get? You would get 2 tens, right? And if you have actual money on your hands, use that. The physical model is better than the digital here. And of course, they'll understand all this once you gradually let them do it after you model. Right? Always model first. This, same thing. How many tens do you see? 3. How many ones? None. Fill in the blank. So 3 tens equals 30 ones. I can't move these. Okay, well, I guess they're just adding a 10, 20, 30. Okay. You would do this one, then they would do this one. They should know their tens and their hundreds. They should. Okay, then of course on this one you do it first. Then maybe they do this. Okay, this is kind of A B. You do this, and then they would do this. You do this with them. So that means on this one, you let them try it. This is you, this is them. This is you, this is them. Them. Whew, this is a lot. You, them, you, or them, whichever, right? And of course, this is why you want the Promethean software, so you can actually draw your 6 tens, your 2 ones, and your 400s. That's why you want Promethean software over Google Slides. Application problem. On this one, always model. Always. This is what I like to do. Farmer Jim, okay, so let's say you work it out, you model it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You write the equation, you answer it, okay, great, equals, whatever. After that, I would do this, and I'd say, okay, now I'm going to change the numbers, and you guys try it with the changed numbers. So basically, they're looking at yours as a model. It's a little bit of spoon feeding, but if you just read it to them, some kids might not know what to do. But after you, I mean, they need to look at the format. If this were third grade, I mean second grade, they didn't do any of this, so they have to get familiar with the format. This is why I like to help them out first, sort of like a model or an exemplar of what's needed from them, and then they do it on their own to prove that they can um, solve it with change numbers. Okay, concept. Okay, maybe this one you do it, they do it, you do it, they do it. Things like that. Go back and forth. They do it, you do it, blah blah blah. Okay, same thing. Maybe you do it, they do it, you do it, you do it, they do it. Back and forth. Same thing, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, yeah, same thing. Yeah. Yeah. Been there, done that. I just okay. Problem set. I don't do this. It's optional. Don't do it. I don't do it. Nope. Nope. Exit ticket. I wish. Why did he do this? For the exit ticket. Let me find one. In a second. Your homework. I'll, my thing with homework is you could do it this way. Okay, so I'm gonna find the homework for you, and then I'm gonna find. Okay, let me find. Let me go to Zearn and do the homework real quick. Curriculum 5.1 homework. Okay, so I got the homework and the exit ticket. Okay, here we go. For the exit ticket, when I said that to do an exemplar prior to the exit ticket, the exemplar is basically what I do is I take the exit ticket, right, and I just white out the numbers, and of course I leave this on the board for them to see. It's one of those things where again, it's like the word problem. You change numbers, you do the work, and then you go, hey, okay guys, now you guys do it on your own with your numbers. So if they understand what you're doing, then they'll understand what they need to do. So this is the exit ticket, right? Okay. So now we come to the homework. For the homework, you could do this. Now on this one, um, they've already given an example, right? They did 1 out of 3, explain. They did 1 out of 3, but no explain. So what you could do is this. In class, you could do B with them, and they're going to follow along and complete it as well. You could go a lot of ways with this. You could do this. How about this? Basically, you're trying to do like a third to half of the work in class, and then they can use this to serve as an exemplar or a model to do the final. So if you did all of this with them after their exit ticket, then they can take this home. They'll use the front side to help them with the back side. I hope that makes sense. Because if you just said, here you go, guys, go for it, they'll be like, okay, I can kind of do this and this, but once you get to this problem, they'll be like, I don't know what to do. What do you want? So, do the front half, and then let them use the front half to answer the back path. That's what I would do. Okay, I think those are all of my personal comments. The main thing is, always, 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 do a lot of I do, we do, you do. You go first, no matter what. You think it's simple, but that you, no, don't do it. Just don't think they can handle it on their own. Okay, that being said, another thing is, um, the district wants us to do a rotation, a 3-group rotation, a low, medium, high group. So the the idea is after the word problem, that's when you split them up. You have one group. The idea is you're teaching group X, group Y is on Zearn, and group Z is doing like a math station. Now, talk to the principal about this because, like for me, I don't do it. I have so few kids. I just like rotations. I just whole group. I don't. If you have to do rotations, you got to teach it 3 times a day. It gets kind of tiring mentally. So check with your principal on that one. Other than that, let me know if you have any questions.